Escrow account. What the heck is an escrow account? Well, let's talk about that. Hi, my name is Tonya Byrd. I'm with Keller Realty, Atlanta Partners in Peachtree City, Georgia. And today we're talking all about escrow accounts. So I'm going to give you some examples of where you might run into the term escrow account. But before I dive into that, let me give you a basic definition of what an escrow account is. So a basic definition is that it is a bank account that is non-interest bearing, meaning that the person who owns this bank account is not making any money off of the money that's housed in that account. So now let's talk about where you might run into this. The first place that you might run into this is when you go under contract. So you get into a real estate transaction and there's some earnest money put forth by the buyer as a good faith to say, hey, I'm really interested in buying this house. And that money tends to be housed either in a closing attorney's office, a brokerage office, or a title company, depending on whether or not your particular state is a title company state or a closing attorney state. At any rate, it is held in this non-interest bearing escrow account, and then it is distributed to the person that it's supposed to be distributed to depending on the situation. So if the contract goes through, then it goes towards the down payment, and if it doesn't, then it goes to the party who is supposed to be rewarded that earnest money, depending on what happened in the contract. The second place you might run into an escrow account is if you have a mortgage that is a budget loan mortgage, meaning that you're paying principal, interest, taxes, and insurance as part of your monthly mortgage payment. And the taxes and insurance portion is going into an escrow account, and it's accumulating over time so that when those things come due, then the bank can pay for that on your behalf. The third place that you might run into an escrow account is in a rental situation. So this is really where you need to check with your local real estate laws and reach out to a real estate agent to find out as a landlord whether or not you have to hold on to the security deposit in an escrow account. This can vary state to state. And if you're a real estate agent, check with your local laws too, because if you're a real estate agent who's getting ready to be a landlord, there's some states that require you to have an escrow account, even though landlords who aren't real estate agents don't have to have one. States require us to have these escrow accounts because we're held to a higher standard than the general public is. I mean, after all, we know more about real estate than the general public does. So states put that in place to protect the consumer. So if you can think of any other places where escrow accounts might pop up, leave a comment down below. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe, click the bell notification, and give me a thumbs up. Now, if you need help with any kind of real estate needs in the greater Atlanta area, please reach out to me. And if you need help finding a good agent in your neck of the woods, reach out to me. I'd be glad to connect you with a really strong agent in your area. Until next time, bye!